Zemlyanskii vs Injac in the Sharjah Masters 2025 group. Around 1 sees a Nimzondian defense St. Petersburg variation battle unfold. On d4. Knight f6. On c4. On e6. Knight c3. Bishop b4. On e3. This position is typical of Nimzondian defense St. Petersburg variation. On b6. Bishop d3. Bishop b7. Threatening bishop takes g2. Knight f3 played by Zemlyanskii. On c5. King castled kingside. King castled kingside. Knight a4. Zemlyanskii is aiming to play. On a3. Bishop a5. On takes c5. On takes c5. Knight takes c5. Bishop takes f3. Queen takes f3 and dominate the board. On takes d4 played by Injac. On takes d4. Rook e8. On a3. Zemlyanskii is aiming to play. On takes b4. Bishop takes f3. Queen takes f3 and seizes the initiative. Bishop f8 played by Injac. On b4. On d6. Bishop e3. Knight bd7. Bishop e2. Knight e4. Rook c1. Rook c8. Queen b3. Rook c7. Rook fd1. Queen a8. Knight e1. On g6. On f3. Threatening pawn takes e4. Knight ef6 played by Injac. Knight c3. On a6. Knight d3. Bishop g7. On a4. Knight h5. Queen a2. Queen d8. Knight f2. On f5. Knight h3. On h6. On a5. King h7. On takes b6. Knight takes b6. On c5. Threatening pawn takes b6. Knight d5 played by Injac. Threatening knight takes e3. Knight takes d5 played by Zemlyanskii. On takes d5. Bishop f2. Threatening bishop takes a6. On takes c5 played by Injac. On takes c5. Queen f6. Bishop d3. On d4. Queen d2. Rook d7. Rook a1. Queen c6. Rook a5. Zemlyanskii considers playing. On b5. On takes b5. Bishop takes b5. Queen c7. Bishop takes d7 and increase their advantage significantly. Queen d5 played by Injac. Rook c1. Zemlyanskii wants to play. On c6. Bishop takes c6. Rook takes d5 and secure a stronghold in the game. Bishop c6 played by Injac. Bishop c4. Threatening bishop takes d5. Queen e5 played by Injac. Rook takes a6. Queen c7. On b5. Threatening rook takes c6. Bishop d5 played by Injac. On c6. Rook d6. Bishop takes d5. Rook takes d5. Pawn b6. Threatening pawn takes c7. Queen d6 played by Injac. On b7. Zemlyanskii intends to play Rook a8. Rook f8. On c7. Bishop e5. Pawn promotes to queen at c8 and establish a winning position. Rook c5 played by Injac. Rook takes c5. Queen takes c5. Rook a8. Threatening rook takes e8. Queen takes c6 played by Injac. Pawn promotes to queen at b8. Zemlyanskii is preparing to play Queen takes e8. Queen takes e8. Rook takes e8 and seizes the initiative. Queen takes a8 played by Injac. Queen takes a8. Rook takes a8. On g4. Threatening pawn takes h5. Pawn takes g4 played by Injac. Pawn takes g4. Knight f6. Bishop takes d4. Time to think, find the best continuation for Injac. Rook a6 is logical continuation as Queen b2. Knight e8. Bishop takes g7. Knight takes g7. Knight f2. Rook e6. Still Injac is losing. Let's analyze the main game. Bishop takes d4. Rook a4. Slightly worse move played by Injac. Bishop takes f6. A tough loss for Injac, who resigned under pressure.